spin the wheel.
Oh, wow.
Can you see?
Yes, I can. Wow, so many questions.
Ooh, this is for Jason, yeah? What's something you are proud of but never talked about? This is your time.
Yeah, I think what I do specifically is to help people enhance their life. So I have to make predictions
Yeah.
through interpreting the life charts.
Yeah.
Even if I do a divination or I do Feng Shui audit or I even go into numbers, I have quite high accuracy in terms of being able to tell the other person that something is going to happen to you in the near future. And this usually happens. I don't brag about it because I think the more you brag, the more people question, are you bragging? Because you're trying to inflate some information. Yeah. So I will just share when the time is appropriate. Yeah, to only individuals.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is something that I'm very proud of now, that I'm able to see someone's future, and I don't treat it lightly because because when someone have trust in you, we have to have that responsibility in managing this task, okay, of helping the other party.
Yeah.
Some people, you can tell them straight on the face, okay, you are going to contract a very serious disease, or you're gonna fall ill, and it's not gonna be a small sickness. Some people can take it, some people cannot. So when I realized that through that conversation that I had, that this person probably mentally is not very strong, I would choose to say, please take care of your health. Be careful. Be careful. Or do you drink? Ask question. Do you drink a lot? Please take care of your liver, because probably I see some problems that is affecting this person's liver. Yeah, in the life chart. Yeah, so I use this kind of approach.
Yeah.
So
I think
this is
that's
something.
wise.
That's something that I'm quite proud of. Which in my so many years of food and beverage business, I don't get this kind of satisfaction. Yes, I do get satisfaction because it's also my passion, the food and beverage. I grow, I hit my sales, I hit my profit, but not like when I can help someone take charge of their lives.
Yeah. It's very different,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Helping an individual versus helping a business or a corporation. It's just
That is correct.
yeah.
Enriching. Yes.
Yeah. So next question goes to Alina. Let's share screen. And so Alina. Ooh, what do people misunderstand about aging? I think you're the perfect person to answer this question.
Oh,
What
yes.
do people misunderstand about aging?
We need to put a time limit on this. There's a big misunderstanding around people use age as an excuse that they can't do something.
Yeah.
That if they've got, even if they don't have an illness or anything like that, if they're not moving around or if they're unable to do something, age always comes up. And I meet old 40-year-olds, and I will come across situations where people will be talking to me like genuinely, and they go, wait till you're my age, or you'll find it harder too. And I'm kind of looking at them thinking, I'm wondering, like in the back of my mind, I'm wondering how old they are, because they don't really look that old. So sometimes, looks can be deceiving. And I said, I'll ask them, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? And I go, I'm 46 or 48. And I went, oh my God. I said, first of all, stop talking like that, because I'm older than you. I said, it makes me feel old when you speak like that. And So definitely, I think too, when there's lack of confidence around certain individuals, they use it as an excuse as well. They're aging, they're not in an environment where they can flourish and they can confront those things. Sometimes it's a bit harder for people to do certain things as they get older. I completely understand that, but rather than do something about it, they use it as an excuse for the reasons why they can't.
Okay. All right.
That was a pretty short answer.
But a good one.
Yeah.
My turn. Spin the wheel. What is my question? Ooh.
Oh, same. Wow. Jackpot.
What do people misunderstand about aging? I think, let me see. From what I gather from people around me, like socially or with my clients, they think that as you get older, you become wiser. But that's not necessarily true. So that's a big misconception about the aging process. Age doesn't come with wisdom. You can be older and not be wise. You can still be very immature emotionally or even mentally. Your mindset is very limited. So it doesn't mean that just because you get older, you become wiser or you become, smarter. That's a huge misunderstanding, especially in my line of work, right? When I work with people working through their trauma, working through their issues, I've had clients coming to me and say, I'm so old already and I'm still not over this trauma that I experienced when I was young. I say it's nothing to do with age. It's how much that trauma had made an impact on you. And that maybe you were not given a lot of opportunities to heal, or the healing process was just difficult. You didn't have enough support. So some people go into that self-judgment where like, oh, I'm so old already, why can't I do this? Or why can't I think better or see this better? Yeah. So that's a huge misunderstanding. Yeah. So
Definitely.
yeah, let's go back to Jason. Next question. Spin a wheel. Ooh. How do you stay true to yourself in a changing world? Jason, how do you stay true to yourself in a changing world?
I think it's very important, I feel, for me to be honest and to be aware and to be sensitive. Yeah, so that's how I stay true to myself. Well, sometimes we have to lie, not because we want it for selfish reasons. We lie because we are doing it for the interests of another person. But we don't want to lie to the so-called make the other party look bad, or we do not want to lie to get someone into trouble, right? So part of staying very true to myself is to be very conscious and to be very positive. I believe positivity is one of those things that I think I'm quite proud about myself. And then, like I say, I don't brag because positive thinking actually drives me to face a lot of challenges in tackling a lot of issues, whether with myself or with people around me. So I don't try to like, for example, I see something bad in my own life chart. Say, for example, hey, I'm going to lose a big amount of money. Yep. So, well, that is coming, So let's accept it. Yeah, stay true to myself, accept it, and see how we can work around. Yep. So it's just like how I consult my client. When I see my client losing money, money that's going out of the bank account in big sums. I would just not say that to them and say, hey, just be mentally prepared. Other than that, I try to give them solutions. How can you use the strength of Chinese metaphysics to allow you to mitigate, so that when the calamity comes, you can either at the right timing, right, and the right place with the right people, you can move totally away from it, or at least you can bring down the damage by at least 50%. So that is that positive mindset that I usually adopt. So when I become positive and I become true to myself, I usually will be able to get by.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Alina, your turn. Spin the wheel. How do you know when it's time to walk away? Wow.
Oh gosh, half the time I don't. I'll need Jason. I think that's a really good question, because I just go by feeling. When it's there's no point in a situation where it comes down to, are you trying to prove your point? Are you being argumentative, or is it a lost cause? A lot of the time I can assess the situation and just go, look, I'm just going to walk away. It's just not worth it, because I don't want to invest the energy into it. So I try and recognise what the environment is first. I'm not into proving my point. I think that if someone's so vocal about their own, I respect that, but I don't have to put the same type of energy into something that I believe is right, particularly with a person that is really irrelevant to me. So I just try and read the signs first.
Like a stranger who want to pick a fight, that sort of a thing.
I think also too, when people start to talk about, like, when there was COVID, through that, through the times, religion, politics, it doesn't make me feel very good. So I don't want to invest my energy in conflicting, conversations. Like, what's the point? We've all got our own different, views, and I'm not about to express mine and make someone else feel bad or worse, or whatever the case is. So I'd rather preserve my energy and spend it elsewhere than in a conflicting environment. So I choose not to invest in that. In that time. It's different if it's around the right people, but we're trying to sort of analyse the situation first, and then then just know when to walk away when you're fighting a lost cause, because it's just not worth it. It costs you more at the end, energetically, and you end up leaving, with their residue on top of that, just to say what they're right.
That is true. It's really quite, we need to keep that flexibility, isn't it? Because it doesn't, it's not like a one rule for all. It really depends on the situation and who. Okay, one more. And can you hear the clicking sound as it moves?
No.
Okay.
No.
There's a clicking sound. What's a belief about success you no longer hold? I think I had a similar question in the last game that we played, but different, phrased differently. What's a belief about success that you no longer hold? I think I've been pretty consistent in my belief about success. It's always about living your purpose. Since I was very young. Success, maybe when I was a child, or maybe when I was, a teenager, I look at success as more like you have to be successful in your career, then you become, then you are successful. But I think my entire adult life, success is really about living your life purpose. And for me, that hasn't changed. I'm not going to repeat my answer from the last question. I think I talked about family in my last one, but I'm not going to repeat that here. Truly for me, success is really to be someone with integrity, to live with integrity, to be true to yourself, and if you are consistent in your, what you say and your actions, right, then to me that you are a successful person. You are a grown up. You are a real person. Self-realization. That to me is very important, more than anything else. Yeah. So I think, in the grand scheme of things, right, if I look at the world through this lens about what success is, then society or the world that we live in is still at a very immature stage, because we see through social media or celebrities and so on, success is so different, right? Success to them is about dressing the part, having things and all of that, and chasing something that is impossible to chase. You keep chasing, then there will always be more that you want to chase. So for me, looking at the world, there's still a lot of room to grow, right? We're not at that mature stage yet. Yeah. So that's my answer. So that was fun. That was fun.
Yes.